If you're always tired, I already know what you've tried, man. You've tried sleeping earlier, caffeine, just pushing through, maybe magnesium, maybe heroin or cocaine.
What? What the f?
Maybe a new routine you swore would change your life because you saw it on TikTok and your favorite influencer. Listen, you've done all those things and yet you wake up tired. You go through the day, you're somehow tired even when you're doing all the right things. And here's what we're doing today, folks. I'm going to give you a fatigue audit, a real checklist so you can figure out why you feel like a zombie even when you sleep. Because tiredness is not one thing, man. It's a symptom with multiple causes, and most people are trying to fix the wrong one. My name is Dr. Amir. I'm a medical doctor, scientist, a coach, and if you give me a few minutes, I'm going to try and help you fix your sleep, which will then fix a lot of other things in your life. And this is something that I've tried to do and have fixed in my life, so let's get into it. Right, in primary care, fatigue is common as hell, and it's not just you being lazy. A systematic review looking at tiredness in primary care found a range of causes, including depression, anemia, and other conditions. And a clinical overview on fatigue points out that the biggest drivers of persistent fatigue are often sleep disorders, sleep-related breathing disorders, depression, psychological or psychosocial stress. So if you've been blaming yourself, stop. But also, if you want to fix it, you need to stop guessing. So all the studies that I'm mentioning in this video will be linked in the description. So if you want to check them out for yourself, by all means, check them out. More sleep doesn't fix fatigue if the sleep is low quality. The body is stressed or the biology is off. So I'm going to walk through 6 points for you, 6 buckets, let's say. You're going to recognize yourself in at least one of them. These are all the points that I've experienced, I've gone through, so stick with me. Bucket number 1, you're not sleeping, you're just unconscious. It happened to me so many times. Sleep quality, folks, is very important. You can be in bed for 8 hours and still not get restorative sleep. Common culprits are inconsistent sleep schedule, which a lot of us suffer from. Alcohol close to bedtime, late caffeine. Keep your caffeine limited or cut it 6 to 10 hours before going to bed. Screens plus stimulation, overheating, anxiety brain. I notice, like, look, if you want to have a calm brain before going to bed, have a little have a little journal and write down your schedule for tomorrow, or write down the things you need to do for tomorrow. That way you go to sleep calm. Now let's talk about the science point. Sleep loss affects appetite, hormones, and makes everything harder. Hunger, cravings, energy, you name it. In a well-cited study on healthy young men, sleep curtailment was associated with decreased leptin, increased ghrelin. So you're feeling more hungry and you don't feel full. And sleep loss has also been shown to raise evening cortisol after deprivation. Cortisol is your worst enemy. Translation: sleep debt doesn't just make you tired, it pushes you toward behaviors that keep you tired. What action should we take? Consistent wake up time and bedtime. Easier said than done, but honestly, we need to do that. Like, you have a schedule. You start work at a certain time, you finish at a certain time. Why the can you not go to bed at a certain time and wake up at the same time? Treat it like a job, okay? Because you're going to pay the price when you're older. Like, I know I'm paying the price for the days and months and weeks in my 20s where I was getting 4 hours of sleep per day, thinking I'm badass and I'm such a beast because I'm running on low sleep and trying to like do exams and see patients and go to the gym and make videos on 4 hours of sleep and 5 cups of coffee. Now I'm 32 with so many responsibilities and I'm like, what a idiot I was. So guys, set wake up time first, then pull bedtime earlier gradually. Bucket number 2, sleep apnea. The fatigue cheat code nobody checks. If you snore, wake up with dry mouth, wake up with headaches, you feel unrefreshed, or get sleepy in the day, I'm not saying you have sleep apnea, I'm saying you should stop ignoring it. Obstructive sleep apnea is strongly linked with excessive daytime and sleepiness and impaired functioning. And here's why. It's so sneaky. You don't remember waking up. Your body does, however. Micro arousals, oxygen dips, fragmented sleep causes you to wake up tired. And you end up thinking, oh, I didn't have deep sleep. Oh, my sleep wasn't that great. I don't know why. Oh, maybe I'll fix it tomorrow. No, it's because something causing you to fall out of your deep sleep. Okay? It's sometimes your fucking airway fighting for its life. Okay? So if this sounds like you, talk to your GP about it. Do some assessment. You just don't diagnose the shit on vibes. We're not going on vibes. Okay? Maybe you actually have an underlying issue. Bucket number 3, stress and burnout. Your nervous system is cooked because of that. This is the modern epidemic that we're constantly dealing with, going through. You're not just tired, you're wired and tired. You wake up anxious, you live on adrenaline, then you crash, then you can't switch off at night, and when sleep is disrupted, the body's stress system gets involved. There's research showing sleep deprivation can alter stress physiology, including cortisol patterns. So if you're stressed all day and doom scrolling at night, your body is basically like, you know what? Cool. We're not in danger. Let's not recover properly. Let's just fucking chill out. We're just not gonna sleep. And you gotta find out why that is. Where's the source of your stress? Is it personal, financial? What is it? You gotta tackle that. Sometimes we can't tackle the stress properly. We can't tackle the source, but we can wind down before going to bed. So let's have a 30-minute wind down routine before bed. You put your phone out of the bed in a different room if you want to go extreme. No negotiating, right? Put your fucking phone away. Okay? Very important. Bucket number 4, circadian chaos. Social jet lag and irregular sleep. Your circadian rhythm gets absolutely cooked. That's what the kids say, cooked. And that's why your sleep is shit. This one is underrated actually. So if you sleep one way on weekdays and a completely different way on weekends, your body clock gets wrecked. Recent research has linked substantial social jet lag with chronic fatigue and lower physical activity in female university students. That's not you being dramatic, that's circadian misalignment. So what should you do? Keep wake up time within 60 to 90 minutes, even on weekends. I don't know why we're like, oh, it's a weekend, let's sleep in. Sometimes it feels great to sleep in because you've been so deprived of sleep throughout the week, so your body needs to sleep in. But if you fix your sleep cycle and schedule every single day, on weekends your body actually wakes up itself without you having to set an alarm. It's amazing how it works. And honestly, you don't need perfection. You just need consistency with this. Moving on to bucket number 5. And I know this because I actually had this issue. Low iron and other boring medical causes. This is the medical bucket. Fatigue has a huge differential. That's why proper evaluation matters. Let's talk about one common one people overlook. That's iron deficiency even without the anemia. You don't have to be anemic to have iron deficiency. There was a randomized trial in menstruating women with unexplained fatigue and low ferritin found that iron supplementation reduced fatigue more than placebo over 12 weeks. Does that make sense? People that took iron felt less tired. Now that doesn't mean everyone should start popping iron like fucking Skittles. Iron can be harmful if you don't need it. It means if fatigue is persistent, you should consider an actual workup through your GP or family medicine doctor instead of guessing. So if you've got persistent fatigue, Go to your doctor, go to your GP, and ask for basic blood test. Your GP then decides what's appropriate. Sometimes they do FBC or full blood count. Check your ferritin, iron studies, thyroid, B12, folate, all these things that could actually explain why you're the way you are. Because it's hilarious how a lot of us go through life without checking what's going on inside of us. And you know, a simple blood test can show you what you're deficient in, and then when you tackle those deficiencies, your whole life changes. It's like driving a car and it shows you that it needs an oil change, and you're just like, fuck it, and then it will break down eventually, right? It will break down. And so that's a car. We're also a system. We're also a machine. We have so many organs and so many systems working together in crazy, like absolutely mind-blowing ways to keep us going, to keep us alive, to keep us functioning. And if you don't know what's going on inside you, how are you gonna become healthier? How are you gonna become, you know, a better version of yourself? So I recommend getting the blood work done every 6 months. If you want to do it more often, every 3 months, great. Now, I had a little bit low iron when I was younger. It was just borderline, just slightly low, which explained why I was fucking tired all the time. And then I started popping some pills, popping some iron tablets, and normalized the level. And it made me feel a lot better. So let's move on to bucket number 6. Depression or low mood. And fatigue is sometimes emotional, not physical. Fatigue and mood are tightly linked, and depression shows up frequently in fatigue presentations. Sometimes you're not tired because your body is broken, man. You're tired because your brain has been carrying too much for too long. If your mood is low, if you're burnt out, if you're exhausted, that could be why you're also tired. I always like to give a checklist. So let's go through this and answer to yourself honestly. Let's figure this out. Do I wake up unrefreshed even after enough sleep? Do I snore, mouth breathe, wake with headaches, or feel sleepy in the day? Is my wake up time inconsistent by more than 1 to 2 hours across the week? Am I relying on caffeine to feel normal? Used to be me. Me all the time. Am I stressed, anxious, or burnt out right now? Have I had fatigue for more than 4 to 6 weeks without improvement? Do I have symptoms like weight change, temperature intolerance, heavy periods if you're a woman, low mood? Go through these questions. And if you answered yes to a few of these, good. That's not bad. That's not bad news. That's direction. We know where to go, what to do, what to tackle. But there are some red flags you need to keep an eye out. This is a quick safety note for you. If you have any of these, don't mess around. Get a medical assessment. If you have chest pain, severe breathlessness, unexplained weight loss, night sweats, persistent fevers, black stools or bleeding, if you have new neurological symptoms, severe daytime sleepiness affecting driving, all these things, get it checked out. This is something else. It might be something not related to sleep, so get it checked out ASAP. If you're always tired, stop collecting random hacks. Run the audit, fix the biggest lever first, like sleep schedule, apnea suspicion, stress recovery, or get basics checks if it's persistent. And in the next video, we're gonna do fitness myths that keep you fat, because some of you are working hard and getting nowhere because the plan is dumb. So subscribe and like the video if you've liked the video, because it will help this channel, because it's a new channel, get pushed out to more people that are interested in similar content, and we can grow together. So I would really appreciate it. It's the best way to support a channel, and it's free. So subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.